Awesome. So good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I guess it's evening time. It's not afternoon, I think. Um, depends on where you're at. But wanted to welcome you to the Courtney Wellness Companion Are You Well Wednesday. We have an amazing panel today, and just excited to get into this topic with this phenomenal group of ladies today. It's all ladies. How about that? But a very powerful group of women that are just championing wellness and really just beating the drum to helping people to get healthy and to get well. And right now, I want you to tag somebody, share this live. We're going to be talking about measuring success outside of, measuring success without the scale. So many times people are thinking about losing weight and everybody's focused on a scale. So these group of ladies and myself, we're going to talk a little bit about some things that you can look forward to and celebrate as you're on your wellness journey. So with no further ado, I'm going to just start with some quick introductions. Again, this is Are You Well Wednesday with Heidi, and she is the host. And I'm just going to do some introductions and kind of just get this party started. So put your seatbelts on. We're going to get ready to have some fun and talk about some ways that we can celebrate. We're all about celebrating. We started this conversation noticing that when we were moving to the left, the screen was making us go to the right, and we was trying to figure that thing out. And we started dancing. We had a dance party, and we just said, hey, when life makes you go to the left, you just shift to the right a little bit. When life is pushing you to the right, you just shift to the other side, and you make a dance step out of it. So that's what it's going to be. So let's go ahead and make these introductions. I'm going to start with Michelle Johnson. She is a physician assistant. She's no stranger to the Courtney Wellness Companion community. She's a wellness coach. She's also the founder of the Pain-Free PA and also Amplify the Talk. She's amazing, and you're going to be blessed to get a chance to hear some of the things that she's going to share. The next person I'll go to is Ellen. I'm sure I'm going to pronounce her name incorrectly, heard it wrong. I apologize if I did, but you can call her Coach Ellen. Mm-hmm. She's also
Courtney breaking up.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you was breaking up a little bit. Is it me? Oh. Can everybody hear him?
Yeah, Heidi, why don't you take over the introduction? He's having some technical difficulties.
Okay, Courtney, you back? I don't have them in front of me, but we can go. What I can do is just let everybody introduce themselves a little bit and give them a little bit information about yourself. So who do we have? Ellen, if you want to go on real quick.
Yeah, sure. What's up, everybody? My name is Ellen. Everybody calls me Ellie. I have been in medicine for over 20 years, board certified family medicine as a nurse practitioner, 20 years emergency medicine, and I am a coach of health and wellness, and that comes in different forms, whether it's low carb or keto. That's kind of where I usually kind of stay, and I just love to celebrate people, small successes, large successes, just be a human and spread kindness, love, and health. That's like all I'm about. Just spread some love.
Awesome. Way to go, Ellen. Courtney, you just want to go on and let them? I see that you're back on there now.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
You can go ahead and let them.
Okay. All right. Stace, do you want to come on?
Hey guys. My name's Stacy. I'm also a health and wellness coach. I kind of the same thing. Celebrate everybody, all the little wins. I'm broke up with my scale, so I'm only got the little tape measure thing going on. And I'm a little bit different, low carb keto, but I focus more on ketovore and carnivore. So I'm not so much the same as, vegetables, the lower carb. I'm more high protein. So, and that's really it about me right now.
Awesome. Stace, it's wonderful to have you on here. Let's see, Sean, you want to come on?
Hello, my name is Sean Speaks, and I'm probably a little different from everybody else in the group. I'm not necessarily an exercise and fitness type coach.
Oh, we're having something.
Oh, can you? Okay. So I'm more of a coach of your beliefs to get you to believe in yourself so that you can then achieve whatever your goals may be, whether it's fitness, business, health and wellness, etc. So that's all I have for right now.
Awesome. It's wonderful to have you aboard. Okay, next up here we have who I see, Tracy. Hello, Tracy Randolph. You want to unmute your mic, Tracy.
Sorry about
There
that.
you go.
I am Tracy Randolph, better known as the Reset Coach, and I am a health and wellness coach as well. Focused a lot on fitness, but just full mind, body, and spirit, wellness also.
Awesome. Wonderful to have you aboard. Tioko, how are you?
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good,
So
good.
I actually am not a health coach. I'm actually a recipient, or I should say a beneficiary of Courtney Wellness Companion and all of the tips and ideas and support that I get from the group. I actually own a jewelry business, so I help people with their outside appearance and also gain confidence. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on here. Mai?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mai. I am part of Courtney Wellness Companion, one of the founders, and I am a foodie and I am a cook. I do low carb keto cooking, and I'm a mom of two, and I do a lot of fun cooking, and I find inspiration in my friends here at Courtney Wellness Companion and all the friends that I've met here. And right back at you. Thank you.
All right, Mai. Thank you. Wonderful as always. Courtney, are you back?
I am back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. No, it is a pleasure to be able to be a part of this amazing panel and all the information. I'm just excited to hear. And I'm the founder and CEO of Courtney Wellness Companion, and I just love connecting and collaborating with wellness professionals and others who are having success and who are on their journey. So happy that Tioko is able to join us as a client of the Courtney Wellness Companion, and we have other clients that might jump in as well. But yeah, it's just excited. It's a wonderful day, and it's just a great day to continue to learn and grow, and just really get some tips on how we can measure our success with our wins that we're having.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody here. I think I got everybody right. Yes. Thank you so much. I am so pumped up this week. My name is Heidi Lindsay, as you all know me. I am a health and wellness coach, and I am partner and with Courtney Wellness Companion. So I am a companion to all. And this week's topic is how do we measure success beyond the scale? And again, I've heard it's been live streaming. So many people's like, I'm tired of the scale. I'm throwing it out. We're tired of this. So, health is not measured in pounds. I'm going to go over a few things, and then I want you guys to go on and share with us. I'm so excited to hear everybody. So weight is not always predictable, right? Like, we have so many factors in weight, and yet so many people rely on that scale. You have everything: muscle mass, bone structure, water. A lot of people, water retention. So, there's so many things that is unpredictable about the scale. So it's not a bad metric. It is just something that should not be the only thing that measures our success, right? But sometimes when we get on that scale, it makes us down, it makes us unacceptable, all these things. So let's toss this out, okay? Let's just toss this scale out right now and ask ourselves, really, what is our goals? What is our goals? Losing weight might not be everybody's main goal, right? So let's talk about some of the things that are goals. Could be blood pressure, could be cholesterol levels, could be sugar levels, energy levels, mobility. And my thing of success is, am I getting up and every day and doing what I want to do? Am I able to do that? That is success to me. That is success to me. So, with that being said, I am pumped up beyond anything. I want to hear all these beautiful people on this panel go to town. So, whoever wants to start out, let's see. Courtney, what do you think here we should bring up? Oh, Courtney's out. So let's start here. Michelle, she's over in the corner. She looks pumped and ready to go. So, Michelle, start her off.
Playing Hollywood Squares. I'm like the first little X in the corner. No problem. No problem. So with all the tech difficulties, I'm so glad that we were able to get on and talk and that we're talking about that darn scale tonight. Guys, let me tell you, I actually have the opposite problem going on right now. I've been losing weight like crazy. And when you're looking at that scale, sometimes it can hang you up, change your mood, make you think different thoughts than what you first woke up with. If you were feeling good and you get on that scale and it starts saying something you didn't think it should say, it can change your whole trajectory for the day. So I'm glad that we're talking about this, especially as women. Sometimes we can get a little bit obsessive over that little number. Like it not only controls our mind, it controls our mood and our money too. We start going out and buying things, buying jewelry, buying stuff to make us feel better because we didn't like that number on the scale. So I'm glad we're diving into that tonight and that we have some wide variety of perspectives.
You're muted, Heidi.
And I tell everybody else that unmute. How many times we got to do that to unmute? Okay, awesome, Michelle. Thank you so much. And you're so right, because that scale can go either way. You got people, whatever we look at it and we put our mind before we even get on it. It's like, I want you to say this, and the scale says, no, girl, or guy, that ain't what I'm telling you right here. This is what I'm telling you. So we might not want to hear that, So we got to find something. Anybody else here? Let's have Trace come up.
All right, I just unmuted myself. Here we go.
All right.
I like to measure it based on energy, to be perfectly honest with you. I think, and not just about physical energy. Yes, the physical energy, but what energy are you surrounded with? Are you surrounded with positivity? Do you have peace in your home and in your surroundings? Like, what makes you really feel good? So what's the energy around you? That's how I like to measure success, especially when I'm training my clients. Because it's really not, like you said, it's not about the scale. It's about what makes you feel good.
Yeah. And what's funny, Heidi, is when she says energy, we had a call with, we do a coaching call with our clients on Tuesday. And we had a client yesterday that said just that, Coach Tracy. She said her energy was coming way up. And so I'm glad you set it, you set the table with that, because that's, if you have energy, then you're going to move. If you have energy, then you're going to be more motivated to do something. So that's a great way to start it. Go ahead, Heidi. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. 100%, Courtney. That's it. If we're not feeling good, then we're not going to do good, right? Like, I mean, there's times we get up or we're laying there and we're just, I'm not feeling it. So normally we ain't going to do. So what's the goal here? Like, what do we measure success in? So I'd like to ask some other people on the panel here how they measure their success. So Ellen, would you like to go next?
Well, of course. So for me, it is a lot about measurements and body composition, because, when we look at this scale, the number on this scale is one metric, and that is just a gravitational pull. It doesn't tell you anything else about you. It doesn't tell you anything. It's one number. And it's quite sad that this kind of starts early, even in grade school, where they start putting you on the scale, they write it down, they're sending notes home to the parents, in reference to what that number is. For me, I take a look at what do your measurements say? If you are, for instance, guys, like this is real life. I just got home from the gym a little while ago. I'm still in my gym clothes. I just put a sweater on because I didn't want my bare arms to be out. But for me, one of the things I measured was the fact that when I started doing some strength training, I was only doing a certain amount of weight. When I did it today, I was able to increase the amount of weight that I was lifting and doing them in better repetitions. I wasn't fatiguing as quickly. And so, and you guys, I put my pictures and my measurements for 21 days. I track everything. And I put them in the group so everybody can take a look at it. And when you look at the scale itself, it showed that I lost 6 pounds. That's great. But what it didn't tell you, it was that I converted 3.4% of body fat to lean muscle mass, which increases your metabolic rate. So what you're really doing is you're looking at your metabolic health, your internal health, which then creates fat loss. And so the goal always is, for me, is metabolic health so that I am internally healthy, and then your body will get rid of the excess things that it does no longer need. And so, and I measure everything and I take pictures, because when you look at the pictures, it doesn't look like 6 pounds because, muscle mass takes up less space because it's more dense and it takes up more, nutrients to feed it to make sure it stays well. And fat tissue is just very big and very fluffy, takes up a lot of space. And so those are the kind of things that I take a look at when I'm with people that are looking for health and wellness as well, is what are the pictures showing you? Do a comparison. What are your measurements looking like? And what is your overall feeling? And just like, we talked about like the energy, how do you feel? Those are ways to take a look at, health in general, overall, holistically. How are you feeling and things like that? That's what I choose to do. Yeah.
Ellie, I'm so happy that you said that. Taking photos and I would like, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to talk about that, because I think a lot of times I'm not really good at that part of it, like taking photos, because I've lost weight so long ago. So it's just really hard for me to find the photos, to be honest. I mean, that's really my dilemma with taking photos. But she just shared an amazing transformational photo, and it is powerful, Ellie. I think, we talked about, energy, and now you're taking those photos and taking those measurements, even if it's a month, your body will change. You start getting healthy, and it just naturally changes. So, Coach Ellie, thank you for saying that, because that's a great tip.
Yeah, if I may add, taking the progression photos is very telling, because you can't see how much your body has changed because you're so close to it. But if you are able to look back and see how your body has changed and shaped and drift, it's so powerful, because your face is the first to change, because you look a little slimmer and your clothes is a little bit looser. And what I've learned is that to smile when I take the pictures, because I remember looking back 4 years ago, I had a really sad and grumpy look on my face. I know that's the because it shows, because we're not happy. I wasn't happy with myself. I was tired. I was miserable. I just didn't like. But it sets the mood, right? So, but then I'm you know what? I'm gonna start smiling in the pictures, because your action makes the feelings come after, is what I've learned. It's it's like exercise. Sometimes I don't want to go out, but I just do it, and then the feelings come later. So yeah, take the before and after picture.
I love that. In fact, I want to take it a step back with that too, because here's the thing. Those pictures that you see, don't actually even have to be about weight. It could be about somebody looking depressed, somebody looking that they didn't feel successful, that they wasn't accomplishing, that they weren't where they wanted to be in life due to maybe some health or that. And then you see another picture of them smiling. That's success in itself. They are smiling for a reason. They are feeling good. You know what I mean? Whether you lose weight, whether you gain weight, whether you stay the same, it could come from something else. It could be something that somebody's heart, they did something healthy and got their cholesterol levels down. Hey, I'm more active. My cholesterol levels down. My blood work looks good. I'm excited. So it could be even more than just those pounds that are different in those pictures. So awesome, awesome.
That's such a huge thing that you just said about the smile and the change there. I mean, I know I work with folks mainly on their stress and their mood as a form of healing, and having patients like go from in the 12s with their A1Cs in diabetes come down to 5.96, which we know is way better controlled. And their weight maybe didn't change. Their mood, their eating, their exercise have changed, but the weight doesn't always, that number doesn't always change right away. So changing that smile and the way that you feel, I agree, that's such a big marker of success that you can see that, hey, because I know for me, the scale hasn't changed much, but being in a place of, man, I'm still encouraged and motivated and empowered. I still have the energy to impact the world the way that I was designed to do. That's a huge deal. So thank you guys so much for bringing that up and putting it out there in the atmosphere.
And
Absolutely. Go ahead.
One of our clients, Tracy, she's in a comment. She said, "I am so guilty of looking at the scale." Ugh, and it's a real thing. It's a lot of people are doing that, and hopefully, Tracy, you're going to be able to get some other things you can look at to measure success. Carrie Crosby, she's on here too. She says, "Yes, Heidi." I want to make sure we do some of these comments. To Kira Ogletree, she says, thank you, panel, for having this discussion and talking about this.
That is so awesome, and I'm hoping everybody maybe not throw it away, but maybe let's put this scale away for a little bit and look at other things, because when we talk about health, so many people also forget about the mental health part of it. So Ellen is so right. Like, we get on there, it's just a gravitational number, right? So what I would love, and I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance here to talk, and I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your success stories. So I'd love to contact, let's put somebody else on here now, either Stacy or Tokyo, whichever one you want to. I'd love to hear from you.
I can go. That's okay. Mine is totally different. I say break up with the scale, use your tape measure, right? I was one guilty of it. I'm exactly the same weight as I was 2 years ago when I started this journey, but I can tell you the inches on this are not that. And as all the other women said, it is a number. Look at different things. It's a smile. It's how you feel. It's your energy. Are you running around with your kids? Are you able to pick up your grandkids and, do the things that everybody, that you couldn't do? Here's one that when I talk to and I coach people, this is for the women out there. How about this mark right here? We contour and we add makeup because sometimes we don't feel as pretty as we think that we should because of the number on the scale, right? I woke up one day and I'm like, trying to scrub it off my face, and it's not dirt. It is, I don't have to put makeup on to contour my face anymore to make myself feel better or anything like that. So it's what you feel inside. Don't worry about that scale. Break up with it and use the measurements, because I can tell you this, and me and my daughter do this every Tuesday. We measure. And I'm exactly the same weight as I was 2 weeks ago. but I can tell you there's 3 inches off of this. My daughter, there's 5.5 inches in 2 weeks. So that's where it comes in.
Wow, that's powerful. Congratulations on your your journey there. That's a lot of wellness professionals will say that, take those measurements, get that starting baseline and see where you're at, and just watch your body change. The scale might not change, but your body is certainly changing. If you're changing your diet, you're starting to move, you're getting your sleep and drinking more water. And like uh, Michelle said, we're reducing our stress. Your body will just naturally go to where it's supposed to be. And, taking your focus off of that and just focusing on yourself. Somebody said just smiling and enjoying the person that you are. You were created to be who you are, and everyone is a beautiful person. God made us all unique. We all have different body types. So it's just like, just embrace who you are and embrace the journey.
I wanted to say something too, because I think Heidi mentioned this earlier, but to know your numbers, because I always say, and I think we talked about this the last time, like weight does not equate to healthy. Just because you're smaller does not mean you're healthy. What's happening internally? So you need to know your numbers, because you could have clogged arteries, you could have, free radicals happening that are attacking your cells. Like, what is happening inside? What are your cholesterol levels, your glucose levels? Like, weight does not equate to health. So people need to really recognize that as well. Just because you're thin does not mean you're healthy. So make sure that you know your numbers, make sure that you understand where you are, and make sure that you pay attention to what's happening with your body. When it comes to some of the things that show up on the outside, the headaches, the rashes, the, acne, whatever that is, do you have a clear digestive tract? Like, those are the things that you need to be concerned about, not the weight. Because if you are living a healthy lifestyle, you'll physically feel good and the weight will happen. Like, that will come off naturally, but just don't worry about that. Be concerned about the numbers and be concerned about what your body's telling you every day.
Yes, very, very, very wise.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump in for 1 second, because I think that what Tracy said is super powerful. And I think that a lot of, what we're all going through in this time of the world is that diet is not just what we eat. It's also, what are you looking at? What are you reading? What are you watching? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you putting in your mouth, your ears, and in your eyes? And it's all of those things, and I think that, we measure success. A lot of people like that scale. I choose to look at success in other ways as well. I do a lot more meditating now. I do a lot more reading self-development books. My mind and my heart is not the same as it was a year ago. And I have changed as a whole person. Yes, I've lost 40 pounds, but I've also went from a size 22 to 24. I'm down into a 10, 12. And so if you look at those before pictures versus what they are now, but if you would go on the inside and see how I've changed as a human, that to me is a true success. Being able to clear out negativity, clear out the negative thoughts, and fill myself with good things that will help me change to provide more love, more kindness into society, into our world, because that's what we need. It's not always about, for me, the health journey isn't always just about me. I'm a better person, so I can put better into everyone else and put better out into the world as well. And so that's a huge, huge thing. And I think that as we all connect and as a community, it's important that we share our lives, share our successes, and share our love for each other in such a huge way. And so if you look at where I was 2 years ago when I started this journey, I was working palliative medicine and hospice, and I had lost myself. I was mean and depressed and anxious, and I was taking care of everybody but myself. And when I looked at myself in the mirror one day, I looked like that face, that sadness. I was drawn and I was just hurting here and I was hurting here and the joints and everything, you know, that all of that. And so when you really take a moment to look at health, it's not just physical health, it's mental health, it's spiritual health, it is emotional health, and all of it is equally important. And that scale, break up with that thing, throw it out the dang door because it means nothing. Don't get me on a pedestal because I'll start preaching. Listen, my dad's a pastor right town now. Don't you get me going.
Ellen,
Love it.
Let it,
okay.
I'm a PK too, Ellie. So just to piggyback off of what you said, I absolutely agree. I mean, when I first joined this Courtney's group, I was just in a place where I felt dead. I literally felt dead inside. I wasn't sleeping good. I wasn't eating right. I was just on go for my business, taking care of, you know, my family and everything. And I felt like I was in a state of just loss, you know? And so when I finally made the decision to just like get back on track, because I've lost weight before. I lost weight, I kept it off. But at that time, the things that made me successful, I stopped doing. So I stopped eating healthy. I stopped getting exercise. And you're so right. It's so much more than just losing pounds and it's actually even more than just losing the weight. Just mental health is really, really important. And if you don't take care of yourself, it's really tough to take care of other people. And so now, just as a result of changing my diet over the course of, I think it's been like a little over a month or so, maybe, I feel completely different. It's crazy in such a short period of time how different you can feel. And just like, you know, cutting out sugar, and I don't think we even think about it, but sugar like does this thing to your body. It's like wreaks havoc. But just cutting out sugar, cutting back on caffeine, not grabbing junk food and actually eating fresh vegetables and fruits in place of, you know, things I would normally grab like cookies, just has totally, completely changed the game. Now I'm a little sleepy today, but that's because I went to bed super late, but it's not because I didn't get good rest. You know, when I was asleep, I got really good rest and just going for a walk. It's like now just watching like Courtney and you know, go out and take walks. You know, we have beautiful parks here in Ohio where I live. And so yesterday I actually went for a walk. I went to the track and I took the morning and just focused on me. And that just made me feel so good. So yeah, I mean, I have been the type of person to focus on the scale, but I'm trying to get away from that. And I'm also trying to get away from the word diet, because I think that word's overused too. We all have a diet. It's just some are healthy and some are not. And I'm trying to make sure my diet and my lifestyle is healthy so I can live. I want to live and I want to live life full out. I don't want to just half butt it. I want to live life full out. And I think that taking care of ourselves and not really paying attention to a scale. I mean, we didn't really pay attention to the scale when we weren't healthy, right? So it was like, why do I want to focus on it now? So I'm trying to like move myself away from that and just focus on how I'm feeling, which I'm feeling really, really good, and living my best life. I'm 45. I need to live my best life. I'm done speaking.
Wow. That was
That
powerful.
is woo, Tirko, way to go. Like that is so awesome. Like honest to God, clap your hands, raise the roof on that one. And that's what it is, right? Success. How do we measure it? Again, like Ellen, you said, I'm not who I was a couple years ago, and I realize what my limitations are. I've learned to give myself grace on things that I can and do with that. And you know, it's just amazing and to be blessed with what you're able to do and just find that, you know, and learn and let yourself get educated on so many other things. So awesome. I'm loving. Keep going, guys. This is awesome.
I don't want to jump out of turn. I was so moved by what you were saying, because all of us have so much synergy in what we're talking about, right? We're talking about the fact that the scale is not the end all be all. We're talking about the whole person and the fact that your mind is in every single cell in your body. So how could mental health not be a factor? Remember that vagus nerve connects every single part to everything else. So when you have a stress response or a what made you reach for the ice cream or the cookies instead of reaching for the healthy snack, right? There's some interplay with our emotions and things that soothe and comfort us too. And so it's just so amazing to hear how all of us have had this experience of, hey, it wasn't just breaking up with the scale, right? It was also starting that relationship with my mental health, starting that connection with my body, my mind, and my spirit, starting that whole community thing where I see somebody else is doing it. That's going to motivate me when I ain't feeling like it to get my butt up too. And we all have this synergy. So I just appreciate, that screaming from the rooftops, like you said, because we don't talk enough about it, especially in medicine, because the first thing that we want to do, and I know because I work in clinical medicine, right, is what can I offer you as a solution? Because most people want that, right? What pill can you give me to get rid of this right now?
100. Hey,
right?
Heidi, can I read a few of the comments real quick here?
Absolutely.
Carrie, she says, wow. She says, okay, I see you, Coach Ellie. She says, what are you putting in your ears, brain, eyes? Totally makes sense. Iris Carr, she's one of our clients. She says, great wisdom. Carrie once again says mental health is definitely a key factor. Tanya Brown is on here clapping. She says, it's a great discussion. And Carrie is here again. And she's thrilled with what's being said here. So she has some emojis, some fun emojis. There it is right there. Tanya Brown says, okay, Tioko, way to represent the home squad. And then Carrie says, synergy. She loves it. And she says, I love that word, sis. So a lot of engagement coming right from the studio audience as well.
Courtney, this is so awesome. I want to real quick here too share. I love because when we was talking about things the other day, the other night I did a workout video, and when I was done, I know what I do at home, but when you see it on TV or on the computer, it's like, wow. A couple years ago, it was hard to get out of my own way, like, and from my knees, 2 torn meniscus, different degenerate, this, that, the other. And I was like, no, this ain't the way. Heidi's always been going. Heidi's full. What are you doing? So when people say how important is mental health, it's everything. It's everything, because I could have sat there and said, I'm comfortable sitting. I'll just move, limit, a little bit at a time, what I can do and limit myself. I didn't stand for that. In my head, I was like, you know what, girl, you better get up. You better work it. And that time, that's success. That is success. Am I going to go run miles? No, I can't do that. I know, like I said, I give myself grace, but man, I'm working what I can, and I feel more successful than when I was lifting weights and in the best shape of my life. So yeah, mental. Oh, here we go. I'm pumped.
Hey, we have one of our business partners that just jumped on the call as well. We certainly want to give her some space. She's a wellness coach, Regina, and she's also a vegan. She has a cookbook that she just recently launched, and she just champions wellness, and it's very clear what she's doing. Just like with any one of these ladies that are on this panel, they're all champions, and we're all championing wellness. So Regina, do you want to have any words? We're just talking about measuring success without the scale.
Okay, so I can't speak for anybody else, but one of the things for me, it's a mindset thing. I had to tell myself, stop looking at the world around you and their definition of beauty, their definition of what a body type should be, or what your body type should be. I had to tell myself, it doesn't matter if I get on the scale and it stays the same. None of that matters. If I put on my clothes and they're looser, if my lab work is improving every 3 months when I go to the endocrinologist, then that's a win. If I'm speaking positively to myself and I'm encouraging myself and I'm encouraging others, then that is a win as well. It goes way beyond the scale. If I sit down today and I eat something healthy, and then later on I I eat a donut that I shouldn't have ate. I no longer beat myself up because I can't do anything about what already happened. I can't do anything about yesterday. I can't do anything about that. The only thing I can do something about is today. The only thing I can do is get up in the morning and try again. And it's a mindset thing. If you're constantly telling yourself, oh, the scale says this, I have a problem. The scale says this, I am too heavy. What you are speaking out of your mouth will manifest because life and death is in the power of the tongue. So you have to learn how to speak positively to yourself. You have to change your mindset or it's not going to work. Everything will be in vain if you keep speaking the same negative things into existence. So, what I challenge everyone to do who are in this journey, who are just starting out in this journey, what you should try to do is look at it like this: today is a great day to have an awesome day. And you just take it one day at a time. You just speak positive to yourself. You just encourage yourself. You connect yourself with a community of wellness champions, CWC, that can support you, that can encourage you, that can uplift you. If you're not at that point where you can encourage and uplift yourself, then you ask God to lead you and connect you with individuals who are like-minded so
Yes.
that you can lead on them until you're strong enough to prop your own self up. That's, I mean, if that makes any sense. I always tell people one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one moment at a time, because you can only do so much, but you need a good support system. This is what I tell people: you can do this journey, but it makes it so much easier if you have people along the way helping you and guiding you and doing it with you.
Wow. Wow. That was so confirmational.
No.
That was,
Thank
yeah.
you. I
We just,
wanted to hop on earlier, but I was on a call with my publicist and I was like, oh, I gotta hurry up so I can just hop on and get
you know,
some, really good information and
you,
things
you
like that.
you with that you came right on time because that wasn't something that I don't think anyone had mentioned that. So the time that you came, that was the divine time, and it was the divine space for you to say that. We do have to start speaking positive talk, period. Like the word, like you said, the words you say, if because there's some people that don't have nobody in their life that tells them that they're beautiful, or they don't have in their life that tells them that they're a winner and that they
Exactly.
all things through Christ or through the higher power that you believe in. They don't. Some people don't have that one person that could say that. And I was just telling somebody just yesterday. So I know this is confirmation because I was just telling somebody yesterday. I said you have to speak positivity into your life. If no one else is speaking, you have to say those words because you have to say it because you have to hear it because you
Yes,
can't believe it unless you hear it. You have to hear it. So you
that's
have to say, I am a champion. You have to say, I'm a winner. You have to say, I'm an awesome, like you have to say, you should say those words, those affirmations.
You should be saying that with his stripes, I am healed. I am fit. I am healthy. I am
Yeah.
beautiful. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am going to manifest all these great things that I want. I am a champion for wellness. Even if you're just now in this, you tell yourself, I am a champion for wellness because I will be a champion for wellness. If nobody else listens, it doesn't matter because I'm going to continue to be a champion for wellness. Eventually, it will touch somebody. Eventually, somebody's going to hear that and they're going to pass it on to somebody else.
Wow. That's powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
Awesome.
you have
And
to
you know what
excuse
I
me.
love about
I get a little excited about wellness.
CWC is when you spread that and when you encourage that, in the end, you're encouraging yourself. When you empower other people, you're empowering yourself.
Yes.
When you
Exactly.
motivate somebody else, you're motivating yourself.
Yes.
Every day you're just like,
Exactly.
ooh, I just got off that. Guess what? I'm going to go do that because now I'm pumped up, right?
Exactly.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Exactly.
That
That's
was,
that's exactly perfectly said. When you speak life into others, you are therefore speaking life into yourself. Very well said,
Absolutely.
Heidi.
I just say
Very well
something?
said.
Can I just say something real quick? If you get a chance to see this live or you're seeing this recorded, I encourage you to follow every one of these ladies that are on this panel. Every one of them are champions. Every one of them are wellness champions, and I will stand beside any one of them. If you're looking to get healthy, if you're looking to reduce your stress, if you're looking to lose weight. I know we're not talking about the scale today, but if you're looking to do any of those things, anything that's positive, I would encourage you to stand with them. I mean, most of the world right now is in a pandemic. Every one of these ladies on this panel, they're not in a pandemic upstairs. They are not in pandemic. Like, they are thriving. They are growing. And when everyone else is gaining weight, they're all losing. It's not about the weight, so I don't want to say that, but they're just gaining so many positive things. And so many people are uh from a mindset standpoint, they're depressed, and they feel like they can't do anything. Follow these ladies and connect with them, because every last one of them, even the ones that aren't wellness professionals, connect with them because they're leaders, and they are going somewhere, every last one of them. And I will stand right beside every one of them and say, you ain't gonna go wrong if you choose any one of them. So
Courtney, and guess what? I can echo that right back at you, but you keep people going every single day. So, yes, definitely a panel of champions.
Yes.
And would anybody else like to share their story? And go right ahead, please.
Can y'all hear me? Because I've been having internet issues that keep kicking me out. Well, I just want to say I've been enjoying it. Most times I'm a talker, but my internet has just been acting crazy. But I have enjoyed listening to each and every one of you. And I have to take it from, I think it was Ellie that said that she doesn't look at the scale. I don't look at the scale. The only time I ever get on a scale is at the doctor's office. And I always ask them, do I have to? Is that required? Because to me, the scale is just a created belief system to compare me so that I can then compare myself to others, right? So do you weigh? How much do you weigh? How much do I weigh? It doesn't matter. I can remember when my sister first bought me a gym membership, because I'm from the country. We didn't have gyms back then. But when I went to college, she bought me a gym membership. And I can remember going to the gym, and I had a trainer, and I dropped like 2 dress sizes, but the scale only changed by a pound. That was it for me. I realized at that moment the scale was lying. Right? The scale was telling me a story that I no longer had to believe. And so ever since then, and that was 20 plus 30 years ago now, I just don't look at the scale. If it wasn't for my husband to have a scale in the house, we wouldn't even have a scale in the house. That is just not a measurement I live my life by. I live it by how do I feel, right? I live it by how do I feel about how I look. It doesn't matter if somebody else think I'm big or small, etc. If I look in the mirror and I'm okay with how I look, then I'm good. If I look in the mirror and be like, oh, Shine, I need to lose a couple of pounds, then I'll lose a couple of pounds. And then sometimes I look in the mirror and I just say, you know what? It's all good. And I love what Regina said. If I have a donut, I am not going to feel guilty about that. That day was my donut. Me and that donut was one that day. I'm not going to feel guilty. I will get up and be committed to what I say that I'm going to do. So if I say I'm going to get up and run a mile, thank you, Courtney, for measuring my miles. I'm going to get up and do it, right? And I'm going to compete with myself to be the better me, right? And I'm not going to get caught up in numbers that I think, Ellie, what you call it, gravitational numbers. I'm not going to get into that because that is too subjective. I am the only subjective judge of me. Right. And if I feel good and I look good, it doesn't matter whether or not my numbers on the scale matches yours. It's about what I say about me. So, wow. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That was powerful.
Yes. Awesome. Such powerfulness on here. Oh, I'm so excited. And I want to take it back real quick. Back when I was getting ready and I was doing all the testing to go into the service, I remember jumping on the scale and they was like, here, and they had a thing, and I was looked at what they wanted me to weigh, which was like 105 pounds or something. And then I jumped on the scale and I was like, what? Like, military ain't gonna take me. And he was like, no, honey. He said, come here. And they did a muscle mass that, they measured muscle. And he's like, girl, you're in. Like, they did. And Regina, you could probably, how they do that whenever they did that. And right there, I was like, and it clicked in there. And people that was a lot smaller on the scale, I was running laps on them when we was doing PT. So even back then, I was like, Mr. Scale or Mr. Scale, whatever you are, you gotta go. Gotta go.
Bye-bye. See you later. Yeah, it's I'm glad that you said that, Sean Speaks. And I'm the same way. I don't have a scale in my house because I kind of, at one time in my life, I got into that. And then I just said, you know what? I just truly believe that my body will just naturally go to where it's supposed to go. And I do want to let people know, when you said the donut thing, Courtney Wellness Companion, we don't believe in diets. We don't. I have donuts. I don't share every one of my sweets that I eat because, I don't want to distract people too much. But I do eat. I eat whatever I want to eat, and that's kind of how we promote with our clients. We eat healthy food. We have an amazing foodie cook, Mai, and also we have another foodie cook, Regina, and they cook very healthy foods, and it's very entertaining to cook with them and to have a good time with them, and then to eat with them. And so we do champion eating healthy, but we believe in balance in everything. It's okay you want to eat healthy, but then you want to splurge a little bit, have some fun. You know what I mean? And it doesn't always have to be so strict and feel like you're bound and all kind of stuff like that. No, we don't believe in that philosophy. So if you decide to come on with CWC, we ain't gonna have you doing salad and water every day. That ain't gonna happen, because that's not what I do, and that's not what Mai does, and that's not what Regina does, and anyone on this panel. I don't think anyone else is doing salad and water every day, and that's just it, with no salad dressing, just oil and probably.
Courtney, tell them how you're one with your pizza. Tell them how you're one with your pizza.
What?
Ticked off.
Tell them how you're one with your pizza.
Oh, how I run? Oh, yeah.
How you are one. How you and your pizza are one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite foods. And it probably because it's just so easy to just grab and eat it. And I've ate it so much I can just eat so much of it, and it's like my stomach just doesn't feel like there's an end.
So with that, Courtney, and we talked about so much success, and before we leave here, I would like to go over just a couple real quick here for those out there that do not know. We talked about different ways of success, but on a medical end of it, talking what can they go to their doctors instead of the scale telling them what's healthy. Would you guys like to elaborate a little bit on what they can go to their doctor and ask for or look for that can measure success and measure health?
I will jump in on this one since I'm family medicine. So anytime a patient wants to know, like, what is their measure of health? First, they really should be looking at a baseline. What does your blood work say? Your basic metabolic panel, your CBC, some electrolytes, taking a look at that, what your A1C looks like. What does your blood pressure look like in relation to your waist circumference? And the reason I say that is because when you look at metabolic health, and that's what we want, is you want to be looking at what is your muscle mass and also what is your weight circumference. So we want to have like a 35-inch waist or less. Anything more than that starts to put pressure on the cardiovascular system, which then causes high blood pressure and things like that. So if you go to your doctor and you go into the office and you say, you know what, I want to start to get myself together in a healthy way, and I want to start, a better eating program, a better, physical exercise program, but I want to know where I am at baseline. So they will give you the blood work that you need to have, and look at your kidney functions as well, your liver functions also, because, and like we were talking about earlier, you can have somebody that's very thin but have a really fatty liver, or they can be a diabetic. And so size and scale numbers don't mean anything when you take a look at metabolic health. And so that conversation with your physician should be about blood work, measurements, blood pressure, and then go back every 3 months and also have them recommend to you something like a meeting with a dietitian or a nutritionist, or find a nutritionist. Or there's a ton in our group of people that really do well with different eating programs that might work better for you. And so that's really where I would suggest somebody start. And then every 3 months, take a look at where you are, reassess things, reevaluate, and make small changes as you go that better fits your lifestyle. And the number one thing that you can do for yourself is to be kind. Do absolutely be kind to yourself. No negative self-talk, no guilt if you have a day where you step off a program. Give yourself grace and kindness as you start your journey, and do it in a way that you have support with a community, and celebrate the journey itself. As you go, little things that you see along the way. Your rings might fit differently. Your clothes might fit differently. You might go for a walk on that first day and you do, maybe to the end of your road and you're a little winded, you come back. A week later, maybe you're able to go all the way down the end of the road, like all the way, and then back again, and then back again. So you have increased your endurance. So there's so many things, and that's kind of where I would start. Make a list as you go to the physician and ask for that baseline, and then go every 3 months for evaluation.
Absolutely. Love it, Ellen. Love it, Ellen. Because like I said, I wanted people out there to know because some people have no idea, some people never even heard or had blood work, or how do I measure? Because they just know from the time you're young, you're stepping on a scale, and that's going to determine if you're healthy or not. So that's just wonderful for people to know. Would anybody else like to speak on that?
Well, I wanted to jump in real quick. It's not about even the food, right? Think about this. How does that make you feel? Courtney, he's one with his pizza. Me, there's no way. I got a big ribeye sitting out there for me, right? It's how do you feel? How does your body feel? How does your body react to what you're eating? I could tell you, and it changes. I ate a certain type of way, and then I changed. And then I realized, okay, well, I'm eating dairy, so now I have to eliminate that because it doesn't make me feel good. It makes my skin look horrible. And get stomach aches. So how does what you're eating, whether it's pizza, whether it's ribeyes, whether it's vegetables, how does your food make you feel? That's what's going to help you out.
Well, absolutely, Stace. Our body changes so often, so we want to. And the older we get, mine too. Things I could eat or drink before, I'm not able to do. So make sure that you're in tune with your body and how it's changing, and to do the changes which is right for your body. So that's absolutely wonderful. Great point, Stace. You guys, we're coming up here on the end. Courtney, do you want to go over anything with CWC? Did you want me, or I want to just, everybody has been so awesome, so pumped. I know everybody out there has gotten so much from everybody in this panel today. It's been phenomenal.
No, yeah, it has been amazing. And Michelle, our physician assistant, she had to leave, but she said something in the comments that was very powerful. And she said, get out of the pandemic mindset. And I just once again want to encourage people that are watching this to connect with these ladies that are on this panel, because every one of them are not in a pandemic mindset. They're all in a growth mindset. They're all in a, I'm going to get as healthy as I can. I'm going to get the best health that I can ever have, while the world is literally not healthy. So definitely connect with these ladies. I do want to let people know that we do have a special offer with the Courtney Wellness Companion. We're offering a founders membership. As you all know, we just launched Courtney Wellness Companion in January. And a lot of these amazing faces that you see are clients of the Courtney Wellness Companion and also founding members. And some of them are strategic partners. So some of these ladies that you see, that we have a direct relationship with them. They're partnering with Courtney Wellness Companion. And as we all get healthy together, we're going to be helping each other out. You know, Courtney Wellness Companion is not the end all. We're just the companion. We're your friend. We're the person that's going to come out and play with you. You know, we're going to go out and we're going to come to your house. We're going to say, come on, let's go somewhere. And we're going to kind of like get to know you as a client. And then we're going to take you to some of these wellness professionals and say, I think this person would help you. And that offer is going to expire May 31, but the offer is $4.99. You can become a member of the Courtney Wellness Companion for $4.99 as a subscription. And what that includes is once a week, we do a cooking class / show. We do an exercise class / well, that's not a show, but it's a class. We have we offer you experts, wellness experts like you have here on this wellness panel. And then we also, what am I missing? There's something that I'm missing. We do a coaching call. We do a coaching call once a week as well. So every, practically throughout the week, we're going to be shaking, we're going to be moving, and we're going to engage with you. And we're going to allow you to have access to all of these amazing people that we're bringing to you. And you can have that for $4.99 if you join us by May 31. After that, the price will go up to $19.99. So we would love to just give this away. We would just love to just give it away to everybody. And that price is the lowest price that we can to give the program away. And you can see the website is right there. You can go to iCourtney.com. That's the direct link, /get-started/ and it's $4.99. So thank you, Ma, for putting that up there. And we have a couple communities. We have a members community, and then we also have the larger CWC community on Facebook, private group, and we're just championing wellness. If you know people that are interested in better health and that needs a companion, invite them into the free group. Let them get a chance to see what we're doing and just get to know us. And maybe in the next few days, they might see that this might be something that can help them, and they can go ahead and sign on at the very low price. So Heidi, I truly thank you for facilitating this platform, and all the lovely ladies that are on here. Ellen, Stacy, Mai, Regina, Tracy, Tiyoko, and Michelle had to dip off. And it's just been an amazing time. And hopefully there was some value. I'm sorry, Sean, there's another one that was on here. I don't see her on here. I forget her name. It was Sean.
Sean Speaks was on her. Yeah, that's who it was on.
Sean Speaks. I don't want to miss anybody. Definitely connect with all these ladies for sure. If you get a chance to see this on the replay. Outside of that, thank you all.
Yeah, and be sure next week to check us out. We'll be having another trending topic with beautiful people on there educating us to live a healthier and well life. So be good, everybody. Be well. Love you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.